It is my absolute pleasure today to be joined by author Jerry Aveta. He is the author of the newly released book, Faith for the Times. And Jerry, tell us about this book.
Hello, Stacy. Glad to be with you. Faith for the Times is a book from my heart that I started about a year ago. Two parts. First part, I try to explain how faith integrates into our normal life, into our views as we see life. And I believe we all have faith. It's various in degrees, various in form. Even people who are agnostic or atheist, that's faith in itself. I have to believe not to believe. So I think we all have faith in some form. And I think I borrow from David's metaphor in Psalms about shadows. You know, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I'd call them shadows of faith. And that is, we look through these lenses that of our faith that are formed through our various denominational or beliefs and our experiences. And it comes out on the other side in terms of how we see the various political, social, and civil issues of life. That's part one of the book. Part two, I try to give a recommendation on how to counter those shadows, how to deal with those and reconcile them. So that's a brief analysis of the book in two parts.
Okay, it sounds very interesting and very inspirational as well. So let me ask you this. What was the moment where you were like, I have got to write this book? Like, what was the main inspiration where you decided this is when I've got to write this book? What was the main inspiration?
Well, my faith journey has been very unusual. Raised a Catholic child, I went through a whole journey I won't take time to explain, but from Catholic to ending up being a licensed ordained pastor in the International Pentecostal Holiness Church and starting my own church. So I really had quite a unique development. So I'm retired now. My faith is very important to me. And I just could not reconcile what I was seeing, what was going on in our country, because the faith that I know and I love was not being echoed through various people of faith that I know and through I see on the media. And I could not reconcile the outcomes with what I know to be the faith experience. So, it just burdened me. And this issue of writing is new to me. And I found myself journaling. And then all of a sudden, I had enough for this book. And here we are.
I love that. I love it. So, is there anything else you would like to share with us about you, about the book, about the message behind the book? Anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I think it's a practical message. First of all, I try to mix a lot of anecdotes and metaphors, and I try to base everything on scripture in some form. Not I don't literally quote chapter and verse every step of the way, but I try to refer to it in a general way. And I'd just like to say that again. I think my experience and my voice is unique because it's kind of a complex journey. I was a 30-year civil servant in the government. I was a trained engineer. I worked in program management. I worked on the Hill. I understand the governance of our country. I understand how politics affects the governance. And so that's dear to my heart. I also was a teacher. After I got out of the government, I taught secondary math for 7 years and algebra and calculus and all that stuff. So I know how to take complicated issues and break them down in a simple way. So that's kind of my goal here. And of course, the third element is my ministry experience, my heart of faith. And I'm sort of brokenhearted over our nation where we are and their divisions. And even in the church, the community of faith is so divided. So I wanted to do something about it. I wanted to put something out there that hopefully both people of faith and people who are not of faith could read and understand and hopefully gain something from it and help our country.
I love that. It sounds like an encouraging and inspirational book, and we recommend everyone pick it up. This book is available online at Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Reader House, Apple Books, and so we recommend everyone pick up this book. And Jerry, thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to hearing more about you soon.
Thank you so much, Stacy.